Who's the biggest attention seeker you've ever met? There was a girl in my school named Ria, and if attention was oxygen, she needed it to breathe. At first, it was almost funny. If someone else got praise in class, she'd suddenly have a dramatic story. If a teacher complimented another student, Ria would raise her hand and say, "Wait, can I share something really important?" And somehow, it was always about her. Got a good grade? She got a better one. Someone twisted their ankle? She'd had a worse injury last year. A girl got flowers from her boyfriend? Ria would sigh loudly and say, "Must be nice," like we were all part of her documentary. We rolled our eyes, but no one really took it seriously, until things started getting weird. It began with the announcements. Every time something big was happening, a competition win, a student getting recognized, a performance, something would interrupt it. The mic would cut out. The lights would flicker. Once, the projector just shut down mid-presentation. At first, teachers blamed technical issues, but it kept happening. And the timing? Too perfect. Always right when someone else was having their moment. Then came the episodes. Ria started having these sudden dramatic health scares. One minute, she'd be fine. The next, she'd be on the floor, shaking, gasping, surrounded by teachers. It always caused chaos. Classes stopped. Students crowded around. Phones came out. And somehow, every time Ria was at the center of it all. But here's what people started noticing. It never happened during boring days. Never during regular lectures. Never during tests. Only during big moments. When someone else was about to shine. The turning point came at our annual school showcase. It was a huge deal. Parents, teachers, everyone packed into the auditorium. And this one girl, Nova, had been preparing for months. She was performing a piano piece she'd written herself. Everyone knew about it. She'd worked so hard for that moment. So Nova walks onto the stage. The room goes quiet. She sits down, takes a breath, lifts her hands, and suddenly, a scream, sharp, loud, cutting through everything. We all turn. Ria is on the floor, convulsing. People panic instantly. Teachers rush in. Someone calls for the nurse. The entire performance stops. Nova is just sitting there, frozen at the piano, while the spotlight slowly fades. And just like that, her moment was gone. I was backstage helping with sound equipment, so I followed when they carried Ria behind the curtains. The nurse was already there, checking her pulse, her breathing. Calm, steady, too steady. One of the staff members frowned. "This doesn't look right," she whispered. Ria kept her eyes shut, completely still. Then the nurse leaned closer, lowered her voice, and said very clearly, "If she doesn't respond, we'll have to call an ambulance and run full tests, including needles." There was a pause, a long one. Then, Ria's eyes fluttered open. Perfect timing. She sat up slowly, looking around like she'd just woken up. "What happened?" she whispered. But the room had already gone quiet. Not concerned, not confused, just quiet, because everyone saw it. Everyone. Nova never got to perform that night. And Ria? She came back to school like nothing happened, but something had changed. No one rushed to her anymore. No one gathered around. When she spoke, people just didn't react. And for someone like her, that was worse than any punishment. She transferred schools a few weeks later. And the strangest part, the interruptions stopped. No more technical issues. No more sudden emergencies. Everything just worked again. And that's when it really hit me. Attention isn't powerful because people give it to you. It's powerful because the moment people stop, you realize how loud silence actually is.